back at me. I don't know what happened. Guess we weren't meant to be. I know we had problems. I thought we could fix them, but we got tired. There's nothing left to do but to say goodbye and try to move on. I'll get over you, only wish that I knew how to go on. Baby, you and me, we're so messed up together. Even if we tried, we'd be stuck here forever. I don't understand right now how to make it through, but I'll get over you, and it's not like I'm gonna hate you. It's what it is, nothing left that we could do. Even though it hurts right now, we will make it through. I'll get over you. I'll get over you. Like when I met you, we were like fireworks. Thought nothing could break us, but oh how we got burned. Look at us now, we scream, we fight, and no one knows the reason. We're both getting out of line. Now say goodbye and try to move on. I'll get over you, only wish that I knew how to go on. Baby, you and me, we're so messed up together. Even if we tried, we'd be stuck here forever. I don't understand right now how to make it through, but I'll get over you, and it's not like I'm gonna hate you. It's what it is, nothing left that we could do. Even though it hurts right now, we will make it through. I'll get over you. I'll get over you. We were holding on to something that we both know couldn't work, so we should try to say goodbye. You know we had our problems, so now we have to try to move on. Baby, you and me, we're so messed up together. Even if we tried, we'd be stuck here forever. I don't understand right now how to make it through, but I'll get over you, and it's not like I'm gonna hate you. It's what it is, nothing left that we could do. Even though it hurts right now, we will make it through. I'll get over you. I'll get over you. Oh, I'll get over you.
요즘 사람들은 더 이상 편지를 쓰지 않아. 왜 문자 하나에 다 담길까 그 많은 얘기가. 마주보고 하긴 어색한 마음 하얀 종이 위에 펜이 닿았으니 용기내 써내려가 볼게. 사랑해 좋아해 촌스럽지만 이렇게 고백해 멋은 없어도 난 지금 진지해. 장난 아닌데 유치해 미안해 하지만 내 맘 You don't know. 그 어떤 세련된 말로도 대신 못해. You don't know. 사실 달려가 너를 안고 싶어. Cause you are my baby. 지금 진지해 장난 아닌데 유치해 미안해 하지만 내 맘 꾸며진 말들보다 더욱 소중한데 서툰 고백이지만 받아줘 Cause you are my baby You are my baby 푸른 밤 수놓던 그 말들이 생각이 안 나 그래도 이런 내 맘 하나 줘 이 세상 그 누구보다 더 소중한데 내일은 친구 말고 연인 사이